I thought you took a picture once in a while, brother.
Yeah, I'm taking photos of you.
You took you recorded me talking?
No.
I must, oh good, because I was going to say I must sound like a moron.
No, you didn't sound like a moron. I was recording you.
You were recording?
I was.
I am not pleased. Do I look pleased? Do I?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, well, you know, are you doing it now?
No, I'm just taking photos.
You liar.
No.
You're a liar.
Look, snap, that was a photo.
You're a liar.
No.
I can tell. I can see you lying in your eye. I got nothing to say.
Well, it's beautiful.
Well, it doesn't matter since you're not recording, right?
Right. It's fine by me. And that's hard to believe because you usually got a lot to say.
I was just reminiscing. You know?
About?
You know, past. It's kind of hard to come to a place like this and not somehow find yourself immersed in past again, you know?
Yeah.
Especially if you live this. I kind of wonder what young people think when they look at it, and, you know, when it's just to them history.
Yeah, I imagine it's just hard when you haven't lived it though.
Yeah.
You know, it's only hearsay, and I felt like for me it was different because I had a direct connection to it through my family coming up because they had gone through this and they experienced it. So I drew on a little closer to it. I wasn't there again.
Yes.
So
there's always a part. It's kind of like I was talking to my friend who's Gen X just on the verge of the millennials. She wants to call herself one because she doesn't like being a Gen X. But I was telling you, you know, that sometimes when we don't agree, it's not because anyone's right or wrong. It's a generational thing. I've been through experiences she has not had, and it's kind of hard for her to believe that we actually had the belief that if we walked into a room of 30 white people and sat down and had a discussion for half an hour, we could probably pick out all the bigots.
No.
You know, because we've lived it. We've experienced the subtlety and all of that stuff, and they bought into the fact that they think they're equal. Now they really are, but they aren't really by the society standards. That just because people are saying we think you're equal doesn't mean that's what they really believe. You know, and every now and then you get a glimpse of the idea that they feel something different. I don't think you can be white in this country and grow up totally without some bias. And I don't think you can be black in this country and grow up totally without some bias. Because I don't think black people are as accepting of white people as they appear to be sometimes. The bigotry is not a racial thing. All of us have it. It's just that we aren't taught to deliberately just hate the way they are. You know, we hate because of experiences. They hate just because we are here. We might take a job or something, and we're just really stupid people. You know, we can't learn morons. I mean, you know, I don't really believe that.
I know that.
I mean, you know, if that was the case, I wouldn't have gone to school. I wouldn't have struggled so hard to get an education. So I remember all of that. I remember, you know, how afraid we were to go down south because we knew we wasn't going to have anybody tell us we couldn't drink at that fountain. And my mother said, it's a good thing you're not going.
Yeah.
You won't last long down there.
Did you march?
I did some marching, but I was some of the time I went to this private school where you get up in the morning when it's dark, take 3 buses to get there. So by the time I got home, wasn't time to do anything else. Church all day Saturday and clean the house all day Sunday. That was my life as a child. And then
But I mean, even as you grew up, though,
As
I mean,
a teenager, no, I went to a boarding school. I went to this school over in Auburn, right in the height of all of this stuff. I graduated in '64, so you can get a pretty close idea. But I remember John F. Kennedy. We all went to see him, and we were all totally enamored of him. People were drooling practically, but he was a very handsome in person, very charismatic. I remember a lot of that stuff. It was a good time to be born, I think.
Wasn't scary.
Through all the hippie stuff and all the riots. I almost got arrested one time. I was marching and I kicked the cop, and he went to grab me.
Mm-hmm.
And the people pulled me back, and somebody tore off my hat and put a different one on. Someone tore off my jacket, and they were calling out my description, and I was totally hidden from view. And when I think about that now, that wouldn't look good on my record as a teacher. Civil disobedience, you know.